play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
You trash at Madden ILLBQ.
Set to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he lost the football. Charles loses it. It's going the other way.
Orlando Charles, the ball.
And it sort of goes without saying that's the risk of running the option play. You can put the ball on the ground. They did there and turned it over.
So true, because you've got so many different decisions that have to be made. Are you handing the ball off inside, or are you just keeping it yourself? Are you pitching it to your trail guy? And sometimes you get caught in between, and you're a little indecisive on the play, and it turns into the ball on the ground. Fortunately enough, they weren't able to return it for a touchdown.
And all the way inside the
50. Jojo, what team is?
23 yards on the tuck and run.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield.
What?
And then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
First and 10, Florida. This is Ellington. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them
Florida.
can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Jennings. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 4 yards on
Oh,
the
you
play.
broke it. Emoji rolling on the floor
So
laughing.
many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And Hill running right through it. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
I Jojo ILL see you on Monday or talk to you later.
As we saw right there, they've got a quarterback that, while yes, he can throw it, he's not afraid to tuck the ball and run, and it paid off with a score on that last play.
Yeah, Brandon, he's a true
Okay.
direct guy. I mean, if you take away the passing lanes, he'll use his legs and create plays like one we just saw there. I really think this young guy could just tuck it and go more times than not if he chose to do so.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off play action. Flynn. And his throw here is incomplete. Trying to get it to Clay that time, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run from the gun with Charles. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Good.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the gun, Flynn.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Brings up third.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the gun on third down. Flynn. Cooper's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
7-point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Operating from the gun, Gray. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further. What a special moment for him. The first passing touchdown of his college career, and certainly a moment that he will never forget.
And it always helps to get that first one out of the way, doesn't it? I know right now that he just wants to go and jump to the top of the stadium and throw his hands up and exult a little bit. But he's had a chance to prove that he can do it now. He got it done. It's been a long time in the making. Now he's just got to harness that emotion and continue to play.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And with that, we reach halftime in Miami in the opener to this college football season.
Trojans 7.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. He juked him, and he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. Nice stiff arm.
Under you.
There he goes, right side. And he is in. Touchdown Gators. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play. Big-time result.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll try to run the option here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That second down play nets a -4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Flynn. He'll get this to Ward. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff for Charles. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Flynn. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Charles. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Ellington now to return it. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. They begin the drive with Jennings on the ground. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there. 43 yards.
4-yard line.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Right through him. Boom. And he is in. Touchdown Gators. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Trojans 7.
Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Flynn, and that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The USC punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Jennings. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Shifts by him, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they run with Ellington. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock.
And he is in. Touchdown Gators. How about that? Their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
That's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
someone
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Just like that. Just like that.
From the gun, Flynn, a dump off for Charles. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Delay of game, offense.
What's the deal, y'all?
So that'll back him up 5. Point after here coming up.
Extra point.
And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10. at their own 22-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
To throw on second down, Flynn. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, Flynn. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told.
48-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. We'll give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Pushing tacklers aside, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 31 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy's steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Flynn, and that is incomplete.
Incomplete from the contact.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
This is taken at the 23. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told.
At their own 46-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Down at his 49-yard.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And 7.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Galladay, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Well, Charles, here we are in the fourth quarter, and they've got a pretty comfortable lead here. You know, Coach O'Brien, as we talked about, he made those statements about his plans to possibly rotate the quarterbacks, but we have not seen any sign of Tommy Matthews.
And we certainly expected to see him. Look, you and I both sat in there, partner, with Coach O'Brien, and he indicated that he planned to rotate quarterbacks to find out what he had. But with the play that he's seen here, he's like any head coach. He reserves the right to change his mind. And maybe he knew a little bit more than he was willing to tell us. That maybe Tommy Matthews is exactly in his favor, especially considering the lead they have now, and he still hasn't gone to the bench.
So things got off to a solid start. But after several weeks, you and Tommy had rotated quite a bit. Reminiscent of Michigan when Tom Brady and Drew Henson split snaps. That had to be frustrating for you both.
Some huge
Wake up.
news to get to, and none more intriguing.
What are these dishes doing at my feet? Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster, and boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his two-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I gotta tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only gonna lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to, what, come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
Oh, this whole thing again? Are you dumb? I didn't take anything from you. Your body took it from you. Look, Tommy, I'm sorry.
No. I'm just gonna leave.
I don't know what his problem is.
You gotta go talk to him, man. Go clear the air.
He's the one with the problem. Look, if he wants to talk, he can come find me.
Jumping fiddlesticks.
This college football season has been a fun and wild one, and we are now down to 4 as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This afternoon, it's the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups, as we'll see the Michigan State Spartans taking on the Florida Gators. To play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara. We are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Michigan State now with a 1st and 10. First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Wade in the gun. And Dixon over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
From the gun. Gray. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Steps away to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Gray. His throw caught on the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. From 21 yards away. And the Gators have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Young. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the ground, they go with Young. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. Anderson loses the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
Well, they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
To throw on 3rd down, Wade. He's going to flip the ball here to his running back. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the defense. Taking it right down Broadway. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Gators 7, Spartans nothing.
And they'll begin by running the option. They'll flip this quickly out to Beasley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, Gray buying time to his left. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. And they rattle off a big one. 42 yards.
10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Florida. From 17 yards out. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. And he loses the football a second time, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Here's the option. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
At the 6-yard line.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Boy, another nice throw that time. And all that debate that was possibly out there and wondering, well, will we see a second quarterback? Is Tommy Matthews going to play with this lead? I know it's only the second quarter, Charles, but he's kind of putting all that talk to rest.
Yeah, there's a long way to go, but let's face it, partner. If he finishes the quarter this way, you know that Coach O'Brien loves consistency. I don't see any chance of a change happening if things continue to go in this direction. He's picked the right quarterback. He'll stay with him.
And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Eight-yard line.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6.
Operating from the gun, Wade. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting in...
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
At the 25-yard line.
On second down now, it's Young. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off about the 31.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
He'll try and run it. He's going to go deep for Beasley. Oh, wide open, complete. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He's got a first down inside midfield. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he is in. Touchdown Gators. A great play there. 64 yards. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But it's also...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's going the other way.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline, yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wade. Short one here, complete to Dixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 3rd down. Young. Now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So we're at halftime, and it's been all Gators thus far.
29. Spartans, nothing.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. Now Gray on 1st and 10. And Charles, look, I mean, coming into this one, you and I, we didn't know what to expect. This could have certain... This is caught inside the 15. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. And a gigantic play wiped off the stat sheet.
No doubt about it. If that had been pass interference against the defense, that's over 50-yard gain because it's going to be a spot foul. But instead, they lose all of what they would have gained, plus a penalty marked against them going back the other direction. Offensive pass interference does not pay.
That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
That's good for another Florida first down.
From the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. His throw caught at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell?
Oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And this will be scooped up by the defense. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got
this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Gators now with a first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown Gators. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is picked up by the defense.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Gray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Florida. Lincoln Smith there to make the grab. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. What a game that he has had throwing the football now. 4 touchdown passes. This offense playing at a very high level. Tell you what, he's going to be filling up your social media timeline tonight. Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Second and 10. Wade to throw it again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 15.
Gray looking to throw on second down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The Gators now with a first and goal.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense is...
And he is in. Touchdown Gators. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
That's the score. Gators 57. Spartans nothing.
Here's Florida now after the touchdown. Back out to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z.
And the ball is knocked out. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused.
And he is in. Touchdown Gators. Taking it in from the 20. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours?
I didn't have mine. You got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train? Oh, no, Harris lost it. It's a fumble. It's going the other way. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
He's going to go deep for Beasley. And almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards there on third down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 26.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is in. Touchdown Gators. A great play there. 26 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. The Gators going to line up and go for 2. Back to throw is Gray, operating from the gun. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Spartans, nothing.
Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the...
It's a fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Now the extra point.
For the extra point.
Delay of game, offense.
Come on, dog! And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Gators 79, Spartans nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Young on the carry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Wade. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Michigan State punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll return it from the 6. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Florida ready to start their drive. Certainly looks like they're going to be playing again next week as they have dominated this semifinal. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
He's brought down at the 20.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
And he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and
operating from the gun. Gray. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one down.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Young. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Young. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Young. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the defense.
Okay, this isn't... one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through, and that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Gray now on 3rd down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Looks running. And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
At halftime, you have to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
And he'll take this one down near the 15.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to, and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score. Gators 86. Spartans nothing.
Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Wade. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And that might just submit it. Return for a late touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
Well, I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And his kick is good. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward.
Pressure comes and down he goes. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So on the strength of 4 touchdown passes from their junior quarterback, the Florida Gators are moving on to play for a national championship.
You all right?
I'll be fine.
I was you last week. I know exactly what you're going through.
You didn't have to sit through this championship game, though.
No, but I did sit out our first state title game. That wasn't easy to do.
For all I know, this could be my only shot at it.
Then I guess we'll just have to do this all over again next season, huh?
Good luck out there tonight.
Thanks.
Who rained on your parade, Little Miss Sunshine?
I am not in the mood for this right now.
Just because you're not playing, I take it.
Like I haven't had a bad enough day already. Now I have to deal with you.
I know you upset. That dude Tommy's your brother. And brothers should always have each other's backs. And wipe that sourpuss look off your face. It's game time.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levine Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as we'll see the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the Florida Gators.
You okay, son?
Yeah, Coach, I just...
Tommy. You all right, Tommy? We need some help over here. Hurry.
You got my back, right?
Of course. Always.
Then go out there and finish this thing.
One shot. That's all any of us ever really gets. Waited my whole life for my one shot at being a head coach. And here I am. This is your one shot to go out there and show the world who you are. Are you the guy who's going to lead this team to victory? Or are you going to be remembered as the guy who got caught up in the moment and let it all slip away? I know you're worried about Tommy. Sure, we all are. But this is your one moment. Now get after it, son. Get some.
You wonder if the pressure may be getting to this young Gator quarterback. They trail at the break. Back now in this national championship game and what has been a tough defensive battle. And as we get ready for the second half kickoff, worth noting that Tommy Matthews does not appear to have exited the locker room with his team. And we'll keep you updated as we receive more information. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Lynch. And a loose football. It's going the other way.
Pass complete.
These defenses have become so
Opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
23 yards on the pickup there, and a first. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Gators have jumped out in front. After the departure of Tommy Matthews at the half, the offense able to regroup and put the football in the end zone.
Yeah, that's something they couldn't accomplish in the first 2 quarters of this game. So finally, finding their way downfield. I think Coach Red O'Brien, he hadn't shown a preference for either quarterback. But this kid who's out there right now, one thing we know about him, he's a fighter.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I was just going to say that, Charles. He's a fighter, and he does have plenty of upside. We know that he can lead. You and I, sitting with him this week, didn't you just see a guy who could step into any locker room and control the presence of his teammates?
I just remember when we left that room, you said 2 things to me. I think this kid's going to be poised under pressure, and to me, he's a natural leader, and I concur with both of those statements.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Lynch fighting, and he lost the football.
The quarterback is sacked.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
For the Cornhuskers program, obviously so rich in history, great players, legendary coaches throughout the decades. It's almost surprising that this is their first foray into the college football playoff as they seek their 6th national title. Remember, they won back-to-back titles in the 70s, 70 and 71, and then 3 times in the 90s, 94, 95, and most recently, 1997.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Oh, able to avoid him. Oh, now he bowls him over and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. They start the drive with Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball. Bye-bye, Beasley. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further. Well, since he's coming to the game at quarterback, 2 trips into the end zone, and this offense starting to look remarkably relaxed.
I love that description because it's evident to me, and it's evident to everyone watching, and now everyone's getting the memo. He's not a backup. He's played just as much as Matthews has this season.
Yeah, that's the thing, Charles. There's the old adage of if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. Well, I think they're taking that script and throwing it right out the window because they're saying we've got 2 quarterbacks, and we like them both.
I love the way you just said that. Not in this case does the old adage hold up. I think we've got a new one. They feel like they've got 2 good quarterbacks, and the offense should respond no matter who's up.
And Foster loses the football. It's out.
Reginald Foster, the ball carrier.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
1st and 10.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A shotgun handoff now. Foster. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them. And he coughed it up. And the
This will be scooped up by the defense. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices.
And he is in. Touchdown Gators. 25 yards. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further.
Remember, Charles, with Tommy Matthews under center, they weren't able to get the ball into the end zone. They had a single field goal, but he exits the game at half, and this offense since then, they've been on fire. That's the third touchdown in the second half.
Yeah, I'm sorry I jumped in there on you there, partner, but you're exactly right. I was thinking the same thing you were. On fire. Third touchdown in the second half. He's taking his offense and squarely put it on his back, and he is actually carrying them, and what they believe, to the national championship podium.
Well, time will tell if they will be on that podium and hoisting that trophy.
Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The drive begins with a run by Dixon. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his, so...
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That's the story of the game. They've been... suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, Lynch. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. And he lost the football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. On third down, it's Jennings. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. That's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay